Good morning, boys and girls. How are you? It's Mrs. Boren coming to you from my home this morning, and I'm wanting to reach out to you and tell you how much I miss you right now and hope that you all are healthy and at home and enjoying your family and just having a good time and staying safe and doing whatever you can to stay healthy right now. I just wanted to reach out to you this morning to introduce to you what you're going to be doing this week in e-learning. And you are going to be reading a story that I think is absolutely amazing. And it's about a food that I actually enjoy eating, and it's tacos. Tell your parents right now, do you enjoy eating tacos? All right. What I want to show you is the cover of the book. It's called So You Want to Grow a Taco. Can you really grow a taco at your home? Can you go out into your garden right now? Well, not right now because it's still winter, but if you grew a garden, would you be able to go out and pick a taco right off of a plant? Everybody say what? No, we know that's not possible. But what this book is going to, or story is going to tell us about, is that you can grow the things that go on a taco. And what it's really going to be talking about is the shells that maybe you might eat with your taco, and maybe how to grow these shells. Specifically, corn tortillas. I don't know if you like corn tortillas or if you like hard shell tacos. Everybody's different. Remember, we've talked about this. This is your opinion, and there's never a right or a wrong answer when it comes to something like that. So I want to introduce to you, So You Want to Grow a Taco, and talk to you a little bit about some of the words that are going to be in that story. So I want to show you something that I've done in my home. I've turned one of my doors into my little chalkboard for you. And remember, when there are times when you cannot do something, you have to be creative. And so I just used a little bit of paper towel this morning and some markers and wrote our high frequency words and a little bit about your spelling words that you're going to have this week too. So let's take a quick peek at our high frequency words, and you're going to see these in your worksheets this week in your e-learning packet. The top one is almost, and it looks like almost if you sound it out, but we know almost isn't a real word, so we have to think in our minds, what sounds like almost? Hey, almost. And notice the word most is inside of it. When you come on a word that you don't know, try to find a word that's inside of it. Just like our next one is also. Is also a word? No, I've never heard that before, but I do see the word so inside of it, and we can sound it out. Also. Hey, that sounds like also. The next word is, oh, I see the word be inside of it, and I see a jackpot E in there, so we know those jackpot E's are going to say E. So we see be, tween, between. And then our next word is ever. And I want you to notice at the end of ever, there is a bossy R. And I know you worked on that last week with your spelling words in AR. But this is an ER bossy R word. And just remember, when you see a bossy R like that, that has a vowel in front of it, that vowel, or I'm sorry, that R is telling the vowel, you can't speak, you have to be quiet. And remember, not giving put-ups, but it's something that we have to remember when we're reading a word. So that's ever. You don't hear the E in front of it, you just hear that bossy R, ever. Our next word has a jackpot O in it, which is ooh. It says ooh, so food. The next one, I see two vowels walking together. Remember our song? When two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. So in that word, we're only going to hear the E. So real E. And when Y is at the end of a word, it can say I or E. And it's saying E in this word, really. Our next word is sing. We see that ING, team, at the end of that word. So that's sing. And then our last word is 3. And we see the digraph, TH, and then the jackpot, EE at the end of it. So just remember, when you're coming upon these words and you don't know what they are, be a word detective and break the word down. Try to find words inside of it. Try to find digraphs or jackpot letters, or do our little fun songs that we sing to help us with reading certain letter teams that are together. So those are your high frequency words this week. And like I said, you will be doing a worksheet on those. You will also be seeing those in your story. So you want to grow a taco. My challenge for you is, as you are reading the story this next week, once you come across one of those high frequency words, I want you to circle it in your book. I want you to be a detective and be on the hunt for these words inside of your story. Another thing that I want to tell you about this story are these they call them power words. Terrific, ingredients, nutrients, soil, saw, and harvest. This is terrific Taco Tuesday. We're going to be reading about these tacos, and the word terrific is going to be in the story. All of these words are going to have a yellow box around them in your story. So just know, terrific is another word for wonderful, amazing. The next word, ingredients, are things that you are going to put into something to help you make it. So if you're making your taco meat, you might put seasoning in it. You might put onions. You might put tomatoes on top of your taco. Those are some ingredients that you are putting on your taco. Nutrients. Nutrients are healthy things. They're inside of the food that we are going to be eating, or that we do eat, and that help us stay healthy. And that's very important this time, especially right now, that we're eating things that are giving us lots of vitamins and nutrients. The next word is soil. And soil, remember, is another word for dirt. And that is what you're going to be reading about in your story, is that you need soil to grow these plants. The next word is saw. And saw is not like the word, I'm going to go out and saw a piece of wood or cut it in half. This is the word saw that tells you, hey, I saw a bird up in the tree. And it has the AW at the end of it. And our final word is harvest. And harvest means this is a time when farmers, or even you could harvest something if you grow a garden. Harvest means that's when your plants are completely grown to the point where they are ready to be picked. And once you pick them, that's another way of saying harvesting them, or taking them off of the plant and turning them into the food that we're going to eat. Finally, boys and girls, I want to talk to you about your spelling words this week. You are going to be working with the OR team, and there's that silly, bossy R again. And notice your vowel in front of it this week is going to be the letter O. And when those two letters are together, we don't hear the O very much. That bossy R says, you can't talk. Not giving a put up right now, but that's how it works in some of these words. So let's take a look over here at the word shot. Right here, S-H-O-T. So if we sound it out, shot. I wanted to show you that over here, if you insert an R, that bossy R, in front of the O in shot, it now completely changes the word, and you don't hear that O anymore saying ah like you do in shot. Now it's short, short. So that bossy R right there is an example of how when you have that R and there's a vowel in front of it, you normally don't hear that in a word. That bossy R just screams out and says its name. So I want you to remember that while you're doing your spelling words this week, all right? So boys and girls, it is time for me to say goodbye to you. And see if you can see my face now. It's time for me to say goodbye. And boys and girls, I want you to know how much I miss you. And I sent your family an email last week and told them that I would love to be your pen pal during this time. So remember how when we have been practicing our spelling words and we go on our Chromebook and we type our spelling words in there. If you want, and if your parents are okay with it, have them open up an email to me and just type me a note. I've actually received 4 or 5 emails from students, and we've been going back and forth and just sharing stories, sharing things that we're doing, just fun little things like that. If you have a funny knock knock joke that you want to type in for me, I can do the same back to you. This is one way that we can stay in touch with each other, is just being, they call them pen pals, and that's writing back and forth to one another. So if this is something that interests you, please feel free to reach out. It absolutely makes me happy when I get these emails when I've gotten the emails from the other students. So boys and girls, it is now time for me to say goodbye. And I promise that I will do this again sometime soon so that you can see me, hear me, and know that I'm thinking about you and missing you so much. So take care of yourselves. Be good for your parents and your families at home, and make sure that you're helping out around the house, because mom and dad work really hard, and I want you to pitch in and help them out wherever that anything's needed at home. So again, missing you much, and I will see you next time. Take care.